Welcome to Fundia Capital's Account Executive Training. Here comes video number 2, which is going to be one that you are going to watch and review often because this goes to the crux, the crucial, meticulous parts, and it's not that complicated, but it's very important that you understand the Fundia Credit Lines product and all of the different aspects of the product, how it works, and at the same time, I don't want you to get caught up in the minutiae and think that you need to know every detail because that's not your job. You need to know enough to be dangerous, to bring in the interested prospects, to get them qualified for funding. That is your job first and foremost, and that's how you build and make a lot of money. If you think you have to know every detail, you'll never make any money, and you'll just get a couple deals here and there because you try to sell the entire thing. Don't do that. They need funding. They need it for various reasons. Find out why, get them qualified, and move on from there. That said, let's dive into what's available. Okay, I'm a business owner. I'm starting a new business. I've got an existing business. What in reality are my options? Well, the first option that most people think of is they think of banks, right? I don't need help. I'm going to go into the bank. My bank's going to get me some money. And reality is, always agree with the client. If you haven't watched the Grant Cardone video training, or actually I guess his 10X rule, any of his books on Audible or Amazon, please read them, please listen to them. Always agree with the client is one of his rules. But in reality, we still educate the client. I'm with you, Mr. Jones. That'd be great if your bank can get you a loan, but reality is that 80% or more of business loan applicants don't get funding at their bank. And for a startup business, it's more like 90%. And the reason why is that banks require 3 years of very profitable business tax returns and collateral. That means you have to own a piece of property free and clear, some real estate or expensive equipment that they can take as collateral. And if you don't have those things and perfect credit, the bank's not really an option, especially for a startup. Now, for a startup, this second option is not real. But if you're an existing business owner, then daily payment loans are an option. That's basically where they go off of your business bank statements because you're not profitable on your tax returns. And so if you have deposits of at least $15,000 total in your business bank every month, then you can get maybe a 6 to 12 month loan with APR rates of those are not mistakes. That's true, 40 to 120%. Now they won't give you an APR, they'll call it a payment rate of 25 to 50 cents on the dollar for a 6-month loan, and about the same or higher on a 12-month loan. So ends up being very expensive, and I've seen it put a lot of businesses out of business. At the same time, we do offer those loans if that's the only option available. But the best option is, of course, the Credit Lines program. It's the option that's the most affordable, and although our program requires a 680 credit score, nearly 40% of our clients find a credit partner. Just anyone serious about their business is going to find one family member or friend and recruit them to join their business and co-sign for funding. So let's get into the details of the Credit Lines program. This is our core program, and it comes with several features that are very impressive and make the client feel comfortable. Number one, it comes with a $50,000 minimum guaranteed funding, or the service is free. We do funding from $25,000 at a minimum all the way up to $250,000. We have gotten clients that much with just one single client. One couple together, we got them over $400,000, almost $500,000 in cash usable credit lines for their business. No collateral is required. Remember, the bank wants it. We don't need it. You're not risking your home, retirement account, and cars. It's not collateralized. No income documentation is needed. Okay, we don't need your tax returns. We don't need your pay stubs or your W-2. Funding within 2 to 4 weeks instead of months of waiting for a no at your bank, and monthly payments, this is the most important part, focus on this, are calculated at just 2% of the balance of your credit lines. So if I've used up $50,000 of my credit lines that are available to me, then my monthly payment is just usually around $1,000 per month, which is very affordable. And the first year, the interest rate is 0%, which means 100% of your payment goes towards principal that first year, and then it's 6 to 21% thereafter, depending on your credit and the business experience. That is the most affordable business financing for most startup companies and for many existing business owners. It's just affordable, it works, it's doable for them, and it's absolutely I mean, if you go Google Fundia Capital, you're going to see a lot of 5-star reviews because without us, their business just doesn't happen. The other product that we have that's a huge product is our term loan product. These are term loans from $5,000 to $150,000 combined. You're going to get a 5 or 7 year term available, rates from 6 to 9% on our first tier, and then the rates go up into the teens on the second tier. And if they're really on the edge there, then they could go higher than that. But the important thing is they're low affordable monthly payments. Again, no collateral is required. And on these ones, unlike the credit lines, these ones do require income documentation. So if they have jobs, which most people do, pay stubs and last year's W-2 will work, or if they are completely self-employed, then we'll look for the last 2 years of personal business tax returns to get them money. A lot of our clients take advantage of these, especially clients that initially do not qualify for the credit line program. Then they're able to qualify. We get them a term loan. They're able to pay down some debts and some credit cards, raise their credit score, and qualify for credit lines and get additional access to cash for their business. It's really a wonderful product, and funding takes place within 2 to 4 weeks, again, instead of months of waiting for a no. With every product, with the credit lines and our term loans, every client gets 12 months of consulting included for free. So every time someone asks about pricing, we immediately, after we explain everything they're going to get, we talk about the 12 months of consulting. They have a year of consulting with our funding coaches to increase the amounts of their credit lines, and we're not going to charge them when they get approved for $50,000 in combined credit lines. If we help them increase that to $60,000, $70,000, we're not going to charge them extra for that. That's included. We're going to help them with their business credit, with their Dun & Bradstreet profile, get an 80 Paydex score, and then they can qualify for financing based off of the business alone without even using their personal credit. Teach them the right places to go to get credit lines based on the business so that they can get gas cards, and they can get business credit lines at Staples and Home Depot, and just stuff that they're going to need for their business anyway. Now it goes towards building their business credit by doing it the right way. So that is the Fundia funding programs broken down for you. Again, you're going to want to watch this. If you have questions, email support@fundiacapital.com and we'll respond within 24 hours. The next training video, number 3, is okay, let's get you going on the quick start and get your deals now.